it's Tiana, and I'm finally going to be doing my cook with me video or show you guys what I eat, and today we'll be doing breakfast. Yum. I should probably mention this, but I am primarily vegetarian. I don't like to label myself because I sometimes have poke, and that's just because it's culture here in Hawaii, or if uncle catches fresh fish, I'm gonna eat his fish as it's more sustainably caught. But yes, I'm primarily vegetarian, so we'll be making avocado toast, eggs for protein, and we'll see what else. I usually like to have a ginger shot, vitamin C, and an iced coffee as well. I always get teased for how much liquid I consume, but gotta stay hydrated. I'll also be answering the questions I received on my Instagram. So this should be very fun, and thank you so much for joining. Let's get started. So a helpful trick, I'm sure most of you may know this, but if your avocados aren't ripening or aren't ripe enough the night before, then you can stick them in a brown bag with a ripe fruit. So here I have mango, which maybe I'll eat with breakfast, and yogurt. Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, so we stuck it in a bag with mango, and now it's ripe. Alrighty, so I decided that I actually want to have some potatoes on the side. I love potatoes so much with seasoning, sriracha, and ketchup. Oops, I said ketchup. Yes. So let's cut open our avocado. This is the sourdough I eat. It's just from Whole Foods. Really want to try one of our loco sourdough here in Hawaii, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So this is the sourdough that I eat from Whole Foods. Alrighty, so sourdough's in the toaster. Let's open the avocado. I'll start peeling the potato and microwave it for a little bit just so I don't have to cook it on the pan for as long. Let's answer some questions. Okay, so in my Instagram question thing that I posted, I asked for video requests and also questions. So a lot of you requested that I do a week of my workouts video, which I'm super interested in doing, and will definitely do that for you guys. And I was thinking that I would probably do it in a week where I do a hike, I go to a different fitness gym, obviously yoga sculpt, maybe a surfing day. So yeah, I'll be sure to record that. Do half a potato, and I like mine diced into pretty small pieces. And please don't judge my cooking skills. This is what I used to do in college, so not perfect, but I had to eat. So someone asked what I am studying in university. I am in the engineering program. I'm studying industrial systems engineering, which is about optimization within systems. So how to make any system more efficient, whether that's a computer system, maybe even a supply chain, a website, really anything. It's very broad, which is why I chose it. Right now I am in my internship, which is more civil engineering, which is something that I was also interested in. So I'm just still figuring out what I would like to pursue in my career. So I just diced the potatoes, and I'll be putting this on a plate to put in the microwave. I know microwaves aren't that great, but so potatoes are in the microwave. I'm sure you can hear the microwave now. I'll check up on it in a minute or so, and then we'll throw them in the pan to finish it up with some seasoning, add it to our avocado toast, eggs, and some yogurt and fruit. I know it sounds like a lot, but I eat a lot. So these are some of my favorite seasonings. I love this Johnny's seasoning salt. I always put it on my potatoes. I love everything but the bagel seasoning. We actually don't have Trader Joe's here in Hawaii, but I still have it. I think I brought it back from college. And of course, crushed red pepper. So I pulled out my potatoes from the microwave, and now they're a little softened. So when I put it in the pan, I can just focus on getting the crisp edges. So I'll just put it in the pan, heat it up, spray some oil on it so that my seasoning sticks, and just cook it until my preferred crispiness. Sorry, I talk with my hands a lot and my dad always teases me, so we'll just put it on my hip. It's hot. Okay, so the toaster. So while my potatoes are frying, let's answer another question. Someone asked, do you intend on moving back to Hawaii after university or going elsewhere? I hope to return home after college, especially after my current internship. I really see myself coming home for my career. Also, with yoga and my passion for fitness, I just find that Hawaii is the best place for me to not only pursue my engineering career, but continue with yoga and also continue with my favorite hobbies like surfing, hiking, and I'm just most happy here. My family is here, so it just makes more sense. I'll probably travel a lot before settling down. I definitely want to continue expanding my horizons and my perspective on the rest of the world, as of course I grew up on a tiny island. LA has definitely been really eye-opening for me, so I definitely want to continue learning more cultures and just seeing more land. I also like to put this seasoning on my eggs, so we'll save that when we cook our egg. This is an awesome question. Boat pose and all the ab workouts in boat pose always make my back hurt. Why? So I think I can explain this. It's super important in boat pose, Navasana, to keep your back straight. So if you're relaxing your core and not keeping your core engaged, you can find that your back starts to arch, and that's where you get injury in your lower back. Even if you have to keep your heels down in boat pose and go through whatever is Mason twist slower, then that's totally fine because you're protecting yourself from injury and just strengthening your core until you can get to that point where you can lift your heels up. So I recommend that you start with your heels down, do all our exercises a bit slower, and focus on firing up your core while keeping your back straight. And then once you find that you're able to lift your heels without relaxing your core, then you can progress from there. But yeah, that's a super common injury, and I experienced that in the beginning of my yoga practice, so I totally understand where you're coming from. And not to expose my dad, but in some of our videos, you can see that he sometimes drops his heels because he knows that if he keeps them lifted, he might result in injury because he's starting to arch and relax his back. So yeah, so focus on strengthening your back. Heels on the ground for now. Go through your exercises slower, focus on engaging your core, and once your core starts to strengthen more, you can lift your heels. I hope that helps. My potatoes are starting to get crispy. Oh, I love potatoes so much. I don't know if you can see this, but they're getting crispy. So because the potatoes are starting to crispen up, I will continue with the avocado toast. I'm just gonna scoop the avocado right on top of the toast. Ooh. I'm sorry if I don't get to your question. I definitely am focusing more on the food as I've been getting so many requests to do this. What was it like growing up in Hawaii? Let me turn down the heat on the potatoes before they burn. So I removed the potatoes from the heat so that I could focus on this without worrying about it. I can talk about it all day. I'm sure my college friends get annoyed when I'm always like, yeah, in Hawaii. But super laid back, just so memorable. I've had such amazing memories with a lot of my friends from high school, surfing all the time, finding new hikes, eating amazing food. The food here is incredible. Yeah, so it's just super laid back. Everyone is family. Everyone has each other's back. Very inclusive here, very diverse. If you didn't know, I'm half Japanese, 3/8 Caucasian, and 1/8 Samoan. So I'm definitely mixed. And when I went to college, I would always get the question, what are you? So, fun fact, I used to have an avocado tree. Next question, have you lived in Hawaii all your life? It's my dream to live there one day. Yes, I have lived in Hawaii all my life, born and raised. I always tease my parents because my mom is from Japan and my dad was born in California, but he was raised here. I always say, I was grown and you were flown. But no, my dad was totally raised here. My mom moved to Hawaii for university. All right, so my avocado is spread on my toast. For toppings, like I said, I love everything but the bagel seasoning. And I also like to choose between balsamic vinegar and sriracha. I think today I will do balsamic just because I'll be putting sriracha on my potatoes. I found that putting balsamic vinegar in one of these containers is really helpful in not getting it everywhere. And then we'll be putting crushed red pepper on top. All right, so that's the toast. Now let's get back to the egg and the potatoes. I just scooted my potatoes to the side and putting my egg in the same pan. Frick! I dropped the shell. Don't worry, don't worry. So in no means am I saying this is a healthy breakfast. This is just what I like to eat, and that's what you guys were requesting. Everything smells so good. Mango time for some fruit. Let me clean the knife. All right, so this is just how I like to cut my mango. Woo, look at that. Oh my gosh. I love mango. And then you pull it out. Yay. Let me flip my egg. Woo. Oh my goodness, you guys. So here are my potatoes and egg. Oh, I'm so excited. We're almost done. To recap, I have avocado toast, potatoes, an egg, mango, and I'm just going to have a side of cashew yogurt, which is my favorite yogurt. So this is the cashew yogurt I eat. We get it from Whole Foods. Okay, so this is all my food. I have my avocado toast. I don't want to drop it. And then I have my yogurt, cashew yogurt, and then here are my eggs, potatoes, and fruit. So this is a very typical breakfast of mine. I love having a variety of food and feasting, but it definitely takes a little bit of time. So when I have work that day, I'll usually just have avocado toast and egg and maybe fruit, but skip the potatoes. So it's just always a variation of this. I hope this was really helpful and thank you for joining me. I can't wait to eat now. I'm so hungry. And like I said, I have my ginger shot, vitamin C, and coffee on the side. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video, and please drop your requests below and let me know if you have any questions. Love you guys and see you next time. Bye-bye.